believe my voice is loud enough. Okay. So I was saying that a year ago, I would never have imagined that I would MC at an event with John Dumelo as a guest. So thank you so much, Farmerline, for putting this very, very important initiative together and for giving me the opportunity to moderate this gathering. So we'll keep this very short and sweet because we respect your time and we know from 4, the traffic back can be crazy. So I'd like to call on my colleague, Lily. Yeah. She's the head of Impact and Learning at Farmerline, and she'll tell us what this initiative is all about. Thank you. Introductions of the guests. And then hopefully by then the film would have filled up.
Oh, just show by hand, please. Okay. I think almost all of us. And probably out of those of us who took breakfast, did you eat anything in relation to wache or tea? Anything that has beans, rice? Maybe if I mention what you might have eaten, just raise your hand. So, rice, beans, some people's hands are still up, maize, millet, okay, wheat, bread, wheat, okay. I'm sure I've not mentioned some because I was thinking people will not take those for breakfast. So, yeah, the poll we just did shows that we are all very interested in anything food or agriculture because our daily lives depend on it. So today I'm just going to talk briefly about this Support a Farmer initiative and why the need. I think there are some statistics that we are already aware, we know very well. Things that we know are that we really need to increase our food production for the next generation to be able to feed them. And we need to increase it over 70%. We also know very well that our very existence since 2019 and 2020 has really changed because of COVID-19. And more seriously about that is that these impacts or these effects are worse on farmers who are responsible for feeding us. Okay, we already know about climate change, and climate change also has an impact on us. So these are things that have been happening over the years. These are already challenges. Okay. All right. So these are challenges we are already aware of that affects farmers, that affects us. But in this day and age, in 2022 that we are talking about, in this month, August, there are some alarming issues that we need to address. So we want to look at the urgent need for supporting farmers. Over the years, since 2029, fertilizer prices have been going up, soaring up. This year alone, there has been over 30% increase, according to World Bank. So these issues, coupled with other economic issues, which we are all aware of, I'm sure that we see this every day, has really affected farmers' access to fertilizers, which helps them to access, to increase their yield. Their yield in terms of how we can access maize, beans to cook in our homes. Okay, so a particular farmer like Fatima Alidu, she's a woman at Pulima. Pulima is in the Upper West region, for those of us who may not be too familiar with the terrain. She's a smallholder farmer. On an annual basis, or usually she would plant on a 4-acre land of maize. And that would require her to use about 16 bags. This includes NPK and urea or sulfate of ammonia, just so that we don't get too technical. She would need 16 bags of fertilizer. And for that 16 bags, this year in particular, she's not able to afford the 16 bags that she needs for her farm, her 4-acre farm. So for her, how this directly affects her is that she would have to drastically reduce the number of acres she farms. And this year, she's doing 2 acres. That's half. So if we were benefiting from this woman every year, it means that we are not going to be able to get the maize that she produces every year. It's going to dwindle by half, or 50%. So after interacting with farmers, hearing some of these concerns, we wanted to want to really understand, is this like 1 out of maybe 1 million or 2 million farmers that we are talking about? Is this something that is just for about 56% of the farmers? 56. And this is a time in the season. So all these farmers are in the northern part of the country, which at this moment you should have applied your fertilizer. There's 2 times in the season you need to apply fertilizer. So the first season, or the first application, and then the second. So that's the first application. By now they should have finished. 55% or 56% haven't applied. They haven't bought at all. We have about 33% or 34% saying that, yes, I've bought some quantity that I need for the season. And then only 10% or 11% have actually bought the fertilizers, all the fertilizers they need for the season. This just tells us that it's not just statistics that we are seeing on the news or on the internet. It's actually real, and it's happening to real farmers. Again, we wanted to just, okay, so how are you managing with this situation? What are you doing? Some farmers said that because of the rise in fertilizer prices, I cannot farm the number of acres I used to farm, which is typical, just like Madam Fatima. Some people had to borrow money. There's one farmer who says, I can't buy fertilizers this year. I can't buy fertilizer. So I guess that farmer, for instance, may only be farming for her family's consumption or his family's consumption. If I had the option, I would have to quit farming due to the increasing prices. Is that bad? Like, you would see that they find themselves in a state of hopelessness. I can't really complain much because there's nothing we can do about it. Many of them said they've reduced. There's one that says, I've reduced my farm size and also reverted to growing granite. Granite needs just very little fertilizers because it doesn't require so much fertilizers or nitrogen. So instead of growing maize, which is our staple, those of us who like kinky very much, banku, this is how it's looking now. There's one that really stood out for me, and the farmer said that there's nothing we can do than to rely on Farmerline. So for me, I don't see this as to rely on Farmerline, to rely on someone else. These are farmers that are trying to do something for themselves and at the end of the day feed the nation. But this farmer says that they can't do anything but to rely on us. So still in the pilot phase, we really wanted to try something in our own little way, in our own corner, Farmerline corner. Wanted to try something. We said that, okay, what if we reduce the prices, we discount the fertilizer prices for the farmers that we are selling to? Probably it will help them to some extent. So we started just barely a month now. It's not yet a month. And 269 farmers have actually benefited. They've bought roughly 4 bags, between 4 and 5 bags, and that's about 1,196 bags of fertilizer in the northern parts of the country. So this is a pilot that we just started to see what we can do about this real need or situation. And so we introduced the Support a Farmer initiative, which is with the aim of raising 1 million Ghana Cedis to support farmers access fertilizers, which at the end of the day would benefit all of us here. And we have some current partners who are ARAF, FMO, IT Consortium, and CTFM. Okay, so just to give a little background, I've spoken about the rise in fertilizer prices due to the current economic situation, COVID-19, even the conflict happening in Ukraine. And so Farmerline thought we could support farmers, do more than we are doing as a social enterprise during these difficult times by introducing some new initiatives through our partner shops. And so this particular initiative, we are hoping to open it up for others who see the need to be able to support farmers during these difficult times. And what Farmerline has done is that we have also set the pace. In our own little way, we have actually committed 200,000 Ghana Cedis to this particular initiative. And this is a contribution from the company itself and then members or staff of the company. And so what this seeks to do is that we want to create a sense of awareness, a sense of urgency about an incoming food crisis, not to scare people, but to act now for the future. And then also, we want to be able to increase farmers' access to fertilizers. Already, over the years, farmers are not even able to utilize or access fertilizers, and now this issue has heightened. We also want to be able to support at least 25,000 farmers through this initiative. So how it works, in case some of us are wondering. So we have people who go to the field, who interact with farmers, and explain what the discount program is. We don't want to have wrong ideas about farmers thinking, well, Farmerline is sharing fertilizers. We can't even do that. So we want to really sensitize the farmers about the current issue, why their fertilizer prices are even going up, why they can't afford it, and what we are trying to do to support them during these times. And then once the farmer goes to a partner shop, he can purchase fertilizer. At that time, he would receive a discount card, which qualifies him to receive discounts from the program. And so the discount card is linked to the farmer, and then he can access training from us, because one of the issues, as you would see, I didn't mention that comment, but a farmer says that, oh, I'm supposed to apply fertilizer 2 times, but I can't afford buying 2 different types of fertilizer, so I'm going to just apply once. Okay, so we need to train the farmers during these times. So how is the farmer going to benefit directly? Directly, the farmer will be able to access fertilizer that is more affordable. He'll be able to increase his yields. Without fertilizers, he will not be able to do this. And then also, there'll be a high market value for products. So for the rules of demand and supply, since we are estimating that there may be very little products at the end of the season, the farmer may have higher market value and revenue for himself. And then also more benefits because of the lower cost of inputs compared to what they would have incurred. And then at the end of the day, the whole family benefits because there'll be improved profits for everyone in the family to enjoy. So for us here, or the food system in general, once farmers have access to affordable fertilizers, yields would increase, farmers would be able to afford more fertilizers. At the end of the day, the big thing or the big ticket is food security. food security in terms of availability of food, in terms of accessibility of food, in terms of the nutritional component of the food as well. So hopefully through this initiative, we'll be able to support that goal. So for Farmerline's contribution and commitment, as I've mentioned, is 200,000 Ghana Cedis. And also all our field staff, all our partners on the ground, everybody is working towards this and also using our merge data platform to push this. In terms of partnership areas, for those of us wondering how we can contribute to this, we are looking at media and PR support, we are looking at technology, and we have IT consortium on board. We are looking at funding, so it could be in the form of technical assistance or credit, and then also fund management and auditing. We are not going to manage this directly, no. A third-party organization is going to fully handle this fund. And then for all of us here, if you have your phone close to you, just go to the Tango app. That's how you can directly support. Or if you want to quickly do that also, you can use the USSD as outlined here. This is how you can directly support with your own token. Or even if your organization wants to support as well, the Tango app or the USSD would help you do that. So it's time for us to drive farmer success together. And I believe all of us here, even those who are not here, joining us remotely or virtually, we can all contribute to making this a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lily, for that in-depth presentation. I was hoping to see some phone activity, but everybody's phones was on the table. Or you want me to go back to that slide so we can see the process? Okay. All right. At this juncture, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our guests. We have representation from MEDA Ghana, from CAMFED, from MFA, from AGRA, I think they left. Okay. From the Bail Group, from ACDI VOCA, and then we also have from the World Cocoa Foundation. Thank you so much for your participation. Your support comes very handy in these times. All right, at this juncture, I'd like to call on Mr. Yawson, right, sorry. He's with the ITC Consortium.
Good afternoon to you all once again. Most of us might be wondering why we are here and what technology has to do with farmers. I know farmers in diverse ways use technology to improve their produce and to make farming very easy and very efficient. Now, at IT Consortium, we delight ourselves in providing solutions that work to support each and everyone we come into contact with. We've been running contributions, group contributions, what the farmers usually call susu, where most of us also do it even whilst in school. We come together, we put contributions together to support a particular cause, be it within the family to support a project, to support funerals, to support weddings, to support old school alumni going back to their school to support them with projects. These are contributions that take place, and most of the time we sometimes dedicate one person's phone to send mobile money to. There are situations where we decide that at the end of every month we will physically give the cash to one of the group members. Now at ITC we realize that in all this there seems to be a gap in how quick, one, you can mobilize that money, and two, there is also the risk of that money going out of somebody's mobile wallet unintentionally. It's just that when you need the money, it will not be available the time you need it. So at ITC, we decided to put our heads together and come up with an app that helps in group contributions. All you have to do is to agree to come together, agree on a project, and just contribute. And when you are contributing, it could be from your mobile money, it could be from your bank, it could be from your credit card or your debit card. It's all supported. But the most important thing here is that that money stays in country. It is not stored in an offshore account. Chango is approved by the Bank of Ghana. It's a local bank that keeps your money. IT consortium does not keep your money, so that if our company decides to run away, we don't run away with your money. The money goes into a bank account locally. You might want to use other crowdfunding applications online, but remember that money is going to sit in an offshore account. And when you need it, all the rules will apply. We recently heard when the truck workers in Canada went on strike, and they had actually contributed about $10 million to support their cause. When it was time for them to take their money out, GoFundMe said, you know what, you've disturbed the public, you are a liability to the public, so we are not allowing you to take that money. That money was absorbed. Here, we don't have that right. Your money is your money. It's within the family. When it's time for you to take out the money, there are people who agree on when the money should go out. So you have designated people in your group who say, today we are sending the money to Ato. Ato, provide your phone number or your bank account, and we send that money to. And then we vote whether the money should go or not. So if even there is a dissenting voice, just one, who said no, you have to reconvene to send that money. So when you are forming groups, you decide on the dynamics of how you want your money to go out, and you set out policies as well. Now, when we heard what Farmerline was doing, we thought, well, it was a good initiative. It was the best way to support our farmers. We have a crowdfunding app, which we've set up for some time now. We supported cardio, so that for cardio, if you save 1 cedi every day, you contribute to somebody's life. In the same way, we decided to take an interest in what Farmerline was doing. Since we all eat, and if the farmers go broke and there's no food produced, we all go hungry. So how best can we support the farmers to come out with good produce that we will all be happy of, and there will be food available, that there will not be scarcity of food? So we decided to put up our platform in partnership with Farmerline, so that in mobilizing their money through, you can use the USSD code, you can download the app, you can go to their website, there's a link that takes you straight to the crowdfunding page, and you can contribute your quota. They took the initial step by contributing 200,000 cedis. That 200,000 cedis is sitting on Chango. It is there, you see it there. And whatever contribution you make, you can make that contribution even anonymously if you don't want people to know that you are making that contribution. And you can even set up recurring contributions. You can decide that every month or every week or every 2 weeks, I'm giving Farmerline 5 cedis, 10 cedis, 20 cedis, 100 cedis, 200. And it will automatically debit the account that you choose. And you can stop it at any time. If at a point you decide, well, I don't want to contribute anymore, you can go into the app and just stop the contribution. So our help with this initiative was to make the Chango platform available. And it's not only for crowdfunding, you can use it for your own group contribution. All what you have to do is to go to the App Store, be it the Android, be it iOS, download the Chango app. There is verification taking place to make sure that you are the person who you say you are. Then you can use your mobile money account. You can put your debit or your credit card on it. And then a test will be carried out to see whether you really own that card. And once that verification is done, you can just set up your contributions. And in the app as well, you can set up any campaign. This Support a Farmer campaign initiative is a campaign for all of us. So please, let's not leave our phones lying there. Let's download the app, those of us who are not on it. Let's contribute, no matter how little. Let's support this initiative. We've done our bit. I'm sure corporately we will also support it with some funds. But we've provided you the platform to make it easier for you to support this initiative. And I hope you all do that. Thank you very much.
I believe Chango provides a platform we can all use to do what I call the PSR, personal social responsibility activities. So you could decide to donate monthly a certain amount to a good cause, and there are several listed on the platform. So I urge you all to download the app and support the initiatives there, but starting with Farmerline. All right, at this juncture, I'd like to invite my CEO, Aloysius Atta. He's the co-founder of Farmerline.
All right.
Thank
No
you.
clapping for me. All right, no problem. I know ball. Yeah, I'm going to set the time, so I'll keep the time, 10 minutes exactly. But I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very encouraged because when I look around the room, like, you know, I think we're all Ghanaians, right? Or Africans in general, right? So, you know, what is very encouraging about this is that we are here because we want to take the food security of our future into our hands. And for me, that's very inspiring. We are not waiting for anybody to come and solve it, and that's what Farmerline is about, right? I hope you contribute. When you contribute, we'll be very happy. But even if you're not able to contribute, what would be really, really cool is that you leave. I hope that we leave here knowing that we are not going to wait for anyone to come and solve our own problems. You know, as far as food is concerned, I'm really concerned because kenkey, the price of kenkey is going up, and the size is reducing. I'm a very huge kenkey fan. I eat it every afternoon, and I mash it in the evening. So I really want to make sure there's enough kenkey for all of us, right? So if there's one thing that we live here with is that you know, we should work really hard to not always be at the suffering end. When there's COVID, Africa, we suffer. When there's war in Russia and Ukraine, we suffer. But we have enough land, we have enough resources, we can farm, and we can grow our own food and take care of ourselves and reduce our dependency on others. I'm sure a lot of you will be wondering, why are we raising money? Are you guys an NGO? Because, you know, when we are talking about impact and all those things, you'll be wondering, are we an NGO? We are not an NGO, and it's very important that we state that. We're a for-profit business with a social soul, right? You know, we are a conscious organization. We believe that, you know, food security, like, you know, food systems should be sustainable. You could generate resources from it and support it and keep it going. So you don't always respond, like, you know, depend on donation. This is a very specific case. So we are doing this for one time to try and get a public to support farmers, but then also to just like share the message that we need to work together to make our food system sustainable. I'll tell you the story of Farmerline briefly with the attempt to inspire what we, you know, the people here have been able to achieve, and hopefully this inspires you all to support this cause, but then also go on, you know, and support the agenda of making Ghana a food secure country. So we started Farmerline in Kumasi 10 years ago. You know, I remember I was in KNUST my final year. There was a training program that was being organized by an organization called Mobile Web Ghana. So we came to Accra, Legon campus, to learn how to build applications. I'm from the Volta region, grew up in Ho, you know, supported my auntie on the farm on the weekends. I wasn't like a full-time farmer, so I was just supporting on the weekends. And my partner, Emmanuel, at the time also, his mom had a clinic somewhere in Ashanti region that was serving small-scale farmers. So we both went, you know, we came together, we came for this boot camp. We presented our idea of creating solutions to support farmers. Our idea was the best, and we won $600. Today, $600 might not look like a lot of money. At that time, it was around 700 cedis or so. But, you know, at that time, you know, we were very happy and very thankful for the opportunity to learn. And we used that money to attract more resources, get more colleagues. Like Walali, for instance, has been working with us for the past 9 years. Like, you know, since we started the business, there are people like Amos who are still with the organization. And we started this business together with one simple mission, to create lasting profit for farmers. We didn't have enough. We didn't have anything. At the time, seeing young people or Ghanaians even working in social high impact solutions was very rare. We had a lot of NGOs, a lot of foreign organizations, but seeing Ghanaian solutions was rare. We didn't have anything. We only had $600 in our hands. I remember there were times where we didn't have money to pay salaries. So we all go to some woman selling gobe at tech, and then we eat gobe in unison. We eat together in one bowl, so that because we skip breakfast, have heavy gobe, and then we don't eat in the evening. So, but we went through so much to take towards one mission, to create lasting profit for farmers, right? We didn't get here by ourselves. We got some really, really good people to join the company, and they really, really helped us. The company evolved. We started with just trying to give information to farmers because we believe that if you give information to farmers, they have all the challenge that they had was because they didn't have access to information. So our first technology was to give them information on their phone using audio. That solution evolved to become a solution today where we do not only just provide information, we provide financing too. So we work through a lot of agribusinesses across the country, and then we support farmers to get access to high quality fertilizer and seeds. Fertilizer and seeds were invented 100 years ago. It transformed economies in North America. In parts of Asia, African farmers are still behind. We currently use only 14 kilograms per hectare today, as compared to 120 kilograms. We help them to access training. All the information that farmers need is already available. It's in researches, papers and everything, but it's not often available when they need it. So we send reminders to them using technology. We also provide financing as well, right? So we finance assets, we finance fertilizer in bulk. We also buy their crops. We sell the crops here locally. We export the crops abroad, like to Vietnam, India, and all other countries. I'm sharing this because many people are, a lot happened so fast in the past 3 years, so just sharing updates. In the past 3 years alone, we've invested about $70 million of funding. We raised external funding to invest into this, in making sure farmers get access to fertilizer, offering them training and then buying their crops. Our software that we built 10 years ago has been used across 33 countries. I'm sharing this because this is a company that started with two people, who were young at the time. We're not young anymore. With $600 with no money, right? And we worked together with what was in our hands to create this. What else? Yeah, we now have operations in Ghana and Ivory Coast. This week, actually, we are launching operations in Ghana and Ivory Coast, trying to do the same thing for Ivorian farmers as well. And we have over 90 people working for us, right? So just some few people here now, but people are spread across the country, and about 200 people working part-time, our field officers working to support the business. And we've digitized over 1 million farmers till date, right? So I'm just trying to share that small seeds can grow, and they can lead to mighty things, and they can last. We can all work together to do great things that last. We can all work together to move our food system, work slowly to get our food system to be somehow reliable, sustainable, secure, and not entirely, dependent on other people. We didn't get here by ourselves. We work with many organizations. Raymond is here from ACDI VOCA. ACDI VOCA was, they gave us our first partnership about 9 years ago. In the northern part of the country, right? And fast forward, we are now we are still working together. Fidelis is here from FinGap. We worked together through FinGap, and now we are working through MFA. They supported us when we raised, we raised $40 million this year funding. They supported an organization that helped us to get that. We work with members of WCF. Betty is here from in WCF. A lot of our partners like Hershey, Barry Caliber, Tuton, Beyond Beans, all those guys that have helped us to expand our technology to 33 countries. A lot of them were our WCF members. Who else am I leaving out? Agra was here, but they left. We worked with Agra to digitize about 600,000 farmers across the country, and we are working with them now to get young people about 300 devices, so they can work within agriculture. 3,000 devices so that they can work within agriculture. So, thanks so much for being here. I hope you can donate, but no pressure if you're not able to. All we ask is take the flyer, share it with your colleagues, share it on social media, but go with one thing in your mind. We have to work together. It's serious. We have to. It's not the reason. We can't, because we're a for-profit company and we can't solve this problem by ourselves as an organization. We need to work together. If you leave here with one thing, we need to start working slowly to create a food secured Ghana. And we all can play a role. And today you can start by just sharing a flyer to your friend and sharing on social media. It may cost you a few data, gigs or megabytes of data, but we need your help. Thank you so much for coming already, for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aloysius. Well, I always feel inspired when I listen to him, and I hope you also feel inspired. And I'm hoping you channel that inspiration into this initiative. So in the next, I think, is a video? Okay, so we'll be watching a video about what this initiative is all about, and then this next video will show us how we can do the donation. Thank you.
Farmerline, make more.
All right, so at this juncture, I'd like to call Lily back to the podium. event, the fundraising part. At this juncture, I'd like to ask for donations. I think we also have you can donate either through the USSD option or by downloading the app, or maybe you can also use the web option. So if you want to donate while you're here, you can just tell us how much you're donating, and then we can all celebrate you. Or you can also pledge if you don't have. Oh, sorry. Hello? It needs to be. See, I'm taller. Sorry. So yes, if you have any checks to give, cash, we take checks, we take cash, we take Momo. If you have it here, that is. But otherwise, if you can also donate through the platform, but you can announce how much you're donating, that would be very helpful. All right. Okay. So please, the floor is open. You can also pledge a certain amount and donate later. No pressure though. No pressure. Can we see the friends? have a photo shoot session. Where would that happen? Here? At the back. Okay. So with the backdrop, we'll just pose all of us as a group, take a few photos, and then we can then move to the item 13 setup.
Hi, everyone. So we also have a landing page for the initiative. It's on, if you visit www.farmerline.co/support-a-farmer initiative, please visit that site and donate. We encourage you to support this because it's important for our food security. Thank you so much. We'll just do some brief picture moments. We'll be inviting Lily and Aloy, as well as Ato Yausen, for a brief picture moment for the 200,000 Cedis seed funding. Thanks. Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. Can we give some round of applause? Good. Good. All right. Please. Yeah. Good. We're going to invite you to also take a photo. Yes, we're going to invite. Yes, please. So, inviting partners, please join the team. The drop back, please. If we can have ACDI Volca, MFA, WCF. Just mentioning names, Comfort, Mida, please. Exim, please. All right. Everyone, please. Yeah, that's it. I thought we... Please.
Mr. Dumelo and Madame Delay, can you join Madame Dolores? Thank you so much.